Good morning to all of y'all out there in the wonderful world of Radio Land. Woo! That little nap was good. Good morning to all of y'all out there in the wonderful world of Radio Land. Missed the whole day. Missed the whole morning. But here I am. I'm here. I'm here now. I'm with you. And we will go through all of this and get going with our day and get everything going and making the world wonderful again. As you noticed in the news, the Pineywood Schools has made the news. They're investigating a death from, I guess it's a year-old death, 2025, of the where the COO was murdered at or a homicide was committed at a extended stay hotel in, I guess that was in Byram. And, you look at these things and you don't think about them at the time. These are just things and passing thoughts. But, you look at that and you just got to go, is that a Killary thing? And we all know who Killary is. But I just sit there and I look at it and I go, what exactly is going on? What has exactly happened? What is going on? I mean, we started out and you had all this stuff going on in Jackson. Now they're trying to find out information. Channel 16s get out there. And good morning, David Gregory, Lloyd Travis, Phil Barlow. It's trying to find out all the stuff that's going on with the gun that was stolen from the Jackson police car. And if it and then you got somebody say, well, new protocols are being put in place. No, if the and the FBI special agent that they had retired that they had on Channel 16, he said it exactly right. We don't need new laws. You just need to go by the ones that are on the books. You need to go by them in order to decide how to put stuff up. And you look at all this stuff and you just go, why can't somebody follow the rules? Why can't somebody else figure out that there's something unique going on in their neighborhood, that something is not right? I mean, we have politicians, and if you can't look at it and go, okay, Michael Gass, how's your name coming up in the news on insider trading? How does that ever happen? How does that really happen? I mean, maybe all the insider trading dollars you make, you should just give them to the, give them Mississippi. They should be our dollars. You've used your position to put you in a situation to where you made money. And the fine for you should be state of Mississippi gets the extra dollars you got there. I mean, you're there to do our bidding, to do our work, and you are doing your own work. And that should be a fine. That should be a foul. I mean, you would think that, and that's, and it isn't like it's the first time, it's the second time. And you're on a committee that keeps up with this. And then if you want to say, well, that happened because somebody in my downstream did that, but you're ultimately responsible for it. You see what I'm saying? You can't, that it's sort of like accessory to murder. You're there. It's yours. You got to own it. Don't kick it down the road. Own it when it's yours. It's better to own something when you get caught doing something than to continue to lie. The lies are what have put us all in the situation where we're in. I mean, look at it. I mean, we've been lied to for years that the Republican Party in Mississippi is a conservative party. We know that it is not. We've been lied to for years that the Republican Party is a party that's been that is against Benny Thompson, which in theory it is not. It's not Republicans versus Democrats. It's what can we get away with and still have the money from both sides. This is all about money, people. This is only about money. Everything in our life depends on money. And that's just that. Morning, Jeff Thomas. I mean, everybody wants to do it's like the data centers. Okay. So you got the data center people that built the data centers, who y'all kept them all quiet and y'all kept them all hidden from us. You kind of snuck in and started building them and this, that, and the other. You figured out a way to get them some electrical money and build some electricity things. And they're charging us for that. All the people pay for that. We're taking tax dollars that were earmarked for I guess they're earmarked for economic development. They go through Makita, but that money is given to Makita by the Board of Supervisors for economic development. Okay. And you would think that if you bought some, I mean, and it makes no sense to me that when you look at it, when we gave the money, did we know we were buying a $268,000 $268 million building? And then you go back and you say, and they come in and say, hey, this building's only worth $68 million. And you're going, $200 million off per building. There's 5 buildings. That's $1 billion. I thought y'all said they were going to cost this. Well, how much money did we give them to build it? Well, let's start looking at, don't tell me what the building's worth. We're the ones that loaned them money to do it. We gave them the money to build the data center. So if we gave them money to build, how much money did we give them? We should know what we spent on what we got. And that's just simple. But it's so like the government, especially the Three Amigos, to buy something and not get value for it. I mean, for instance, they paid all the people who rebuilt the culverts, and then they go out there and inspect culverts, and culverts aren't done. They go out and look at bridges that are supposed to be repaired that they paid for already, and they're not there. They have a guy a few years back who wrote. They had a girl that wrote checks there, and then of course the supervisors, of course, had to prove those checks or whatever the money went out. $2.7 million goes out. They get $2.2 million of it back. They haven't arrested anybody. They say, "Oh, we're still under investigation of this is blah blah blah." Come on, y'all! You're not making any damn sense, y'all. And I got Gerald getting on to me online. Gerald would be the top dog in the supervisor board meeting. He's the one who runs the meeting, and he gets online and says, "Chip, you don't understand. We're good stewards of the money." No, you're not. No, you're not. When we come to you and say, look, we don't want this neighborhood built here until you build the road and you make it safer for people to get in and around the Deerfield area and blah, 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 you just go ahead and approve the low-income housing to be built. It's not low-income housing. Yes, it is. You know, everybody was telling you about D.R. Horton. You look in the news, D.R. Horton is a national company that builds houses. 90% of the time, they bring in all the people to build those houses. They don't use local talent. They also bring in wood from other parts of the world. This and the other, don't use local suppliers and stuff like that, allegedly. But you look at all this and you go, I don't understand. I do not understand why everybody looks at everything. And when we question a dollar, it doesn't matter that we questioned it. It's just we're wrong. But the moment you question any dollar spent, you're in trouble. You're the one. You're the problem. You're it. Good morning, Will Brown. I mean, why is that? Good morning, David Gregory. Michael Guest used to be DA in Rankin County and Madison County. Okay, he was Madison and Rankin County, and he was handling one of my election fraud cases. And then when he got elected, they turned it over to Bubba, and Bubba just threw it. Bubba said, we're through. We're not doing it anymore. And that's the way it went. And nobody can say that that's not. And we tried to meet with Bubba several times, and me and and some of the election officials in Canton. No, we're not going to do it. And then we went 4 years later. We were back there again with fraud and manipulation. And I mean, you can't have an election in Canton without at least 4 or 5 court trials. That's just the way it is. And that's just you look at all this stuff and you just go, it can't be that bad. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Our government is, the elected are like bureaucrats. I mean, once they get in, they don't get out. Nobody's going to vote them out. Nobody, because they don't let other people get on the ballot. So when you look at the ballot and you say, look, we're mad at Cindy Hyde Smith for speaking out against the president because the president is trying to lower the price of beef. which that to me is a touchy issue. Why would we have to go get beef somewhere else? Who's not growing beef to where we can have beef here? Aren't there a supply and demand? Don't we do things to make sure that we can try to keep the cost down? Well, there's something going on there. And, so you look at it. So the president says he's going to go get beef and they come out against the president. Well, I mean, hell, you didn't vote for the SAVE Act either. What is your problem? And then because the primary has already taken place, we have to vote for her because she is the Republican on the ballot. There's nobody else to vote for. There is no real write-in in Mississippi. You can't write somebody in. I want y'all to know that. No one can be written in unless they have qualified in the state. Now, they'll put a place on there for you to write in, but the write-in candidate cannot win because he is not qualified. That is the law of the land in the state of Mississippi. You must qualify by the qualifying deadline to be on the ballot. That's how come Mickey Mouse has never won governor in Mississippi. He's gotten lots of votes, but he's never won. But when you look at these things, that's the way it's set up. So we had our primary way back. We're going to have an election coming up, and we have to get out, and we're going to have to get out and support Cindy Hyde-Smith because she is the better of the two evils. I mean, because the Democrats are as evil as they get because, I mean, they're lying to you because all they're trying to do is bring in Sharia law and this, that. You go, oh, no, they're not. No, they're not. The Democrat politicians and the Democrats that are actually the voters are two different people, and they've got us so beat down to where we think black and white. We think if you're white, you're Republican. If you're black, you're Democrat. They've got you so beat down into that. Plus, only 17% of us vote anyway. We might get it up to 23% in the election. Imagine that. 23% of the people of Mississippi deciding your life, your roads, your bridges. That's why we don't have anything done. That's why nothing gets done, because they know that once they get in office, that a little less than 80% of the people just don't care what they do. You got to start caring, people. We'll be back with more right here on the Chip Matthews Show on WYAB. You got to start caring, people. We'll be back with more right here on the show.
103.9 WYAB.
In the heart of rural America, we know the value of an honest day's work. While the big corporate brands focus on their stock prices, Outlaw Light is focused on you. We're an independent American brand built on resilience. We don't preach or teach. We just brew. That means a high-quality, 105-calorie light beer at a price that respects your hard-earned dollar. For the patriots, the dreamers, and the doers, America deserves a new light beer. Grab an Outlaw. It's darn good beer.
There is nothing like the first Saturday in Stark Vegas. Be there when Mississippi State kicks off another exciting football season at Davis-Wade Stadium. From tailgates in the Junction to the sound of thousands of cowbells, experience the tradition, energy, and excitement that make game days in Starkville so special. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the first home game atmosphere. Secure your first Saturday 4-pack today at hailstate.com/tickets.
The only thing hotter than Mississippi in the summer is a Mississippi summer when the power goes out. This summer, be ready. Call Cowden Electric. They can install a permanent standby generator that automatically kicks on the second the power fails and keeps your whole house running. Hey, you already got a portable generator? Call Cowden Electric and let them set it up so you can safely plug it into your breaker box and power just the essentials. Don't wait for the next outage. Call Cowden Electric today or visit CowdenElectric.com and stay powered up when the grid goes down. CowdenElectric.com.
This is DeMario Davis from the New Orleans Saints. As a Brandon, Mississippi native, I've seen the positive effects Mercy House Adult and Teen Challenge has across the state. Help us restore broken families and fight against addiction by donating an unneeded vehicle, even if it doesn't run. Mercy House will pick it up for you. All paperwork is handled and you receive a tax deduction. Call 601-572-7296 or visit vehicledonationsms.com.
Thank you for helping us get our daddies back.
Are you worried about an aging loved one? What options are there for assisted living? What will my insurance cover? Join John Merrill with Amada Senior Care for Senior Health Today, each Tuesday from 9 to 10 a.m. right here on 103.9 WYAB.
From assisted living options to nursing home care to elder planning, Senior Health Today and Amada Senior Care has you covered. Each Tuesday from 9 to 10 a.m. right here on 1039 WYAB.
The strength of any team lies with the solid foundation of great personnel. The solid foundation for your next construction project starts at Spencer Ready Mix. Spencer Ready Mix Concrete delivers only the highest quality materials with prompt, transparent service and takes pride in treating all customers equally, meaning they can over-deliver for you. From house pads to commercial projects and everything in between, Spencer Ready Mix is ready to serve you. Spencer Ready Mix in Jackson. Contact Tim or Britton Spencer to schedule today or go to SpencerReadyMixConcrete.com.
Who said you can have too much of a good thing? Not at Mazzo Jackson. With rates as low as 0% with approved credit. Come test drive the all-new, fully redesigned 2026 Mazda CX-5. That's more room for you and your cargo, making the third-generation CX-5 the best yet. Mazda's best-selling SUV also comes with one-year maintenance included on your new vehicle purchase. Mazda Jackson still specializes in certified pre-owned vehicles with hassle-free trade-in options available. Shop online at MazdaJackson.com or visit Mazda Jackson, I-55 Frontage Road.
Managing payroll, benefits, workers' comp, and HR tasks can take valuable time away from running your business. That's where People Lease comes in. From payroll processing and tax filing to employee benefits and retirement plan administration, People Lease helps simplify your back office operations while improving employee satisfaction. Spend less time on paperwork and more time growing your business. Schedule your consultation today at peoplelease.com. That's peoplelease.com.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here is your host, Chip Matthews.
Yes, it is Chip Matthews all over your radio, 6:24 a.m. And reminding you that this Wednesday at 10 o'clock, I'll be filling in for the Andrew Gosser, doing a special edition of the Chip Matthews Show right there on Andrew Gosser's show this Wednesday at 10 o'clock. We'll have a lot of special information and, of course, special people here and all of that. But let's just look, because we all have to live here in Mississippi. Okay, it says what? We have 15% chance of rain today. It feels like 72 outside, and it is 72 outside. Imagine when it all gets together like that. And then by the weekend, it's supposed to have some rain again, and get back to warm. But we're supposed to have a high today of 91, high tomorrow 94, high Thursday of only 88. Y'all, it's a cold front. It must be going to snow. Friday 92 is the high. Saturday the high is 93. Sunday the high is 93, and that's the day that at the reservoir we have the one, the only world famous Velcro pygmies. Yes, we'll be starting our Labor Day weekend a week before the weekend. Does that make sense? Because, I mean, hell, half of y'all are going to take off anyway next week. You know, you're going to take off the whole week. So we'll start Sunday, and then it will end Labor Day weekend with football. Okay? But Labor Day weekend, although many people are confused, it's not this weekend. Yes, you're having all the sales on TV. It's Labor Day weekend closeout sales. You have all the roadblocks and everything going on right now, and don't drink and drive campaigns. And they're saying it's Labor Day weekend, but it's still not Labor Day weekend. But they'll be going on. And so we all need to be careful. And you know, you shouldn't have to put up roadblocks for that, but it's necessary. It's necessary, you know, because there are some people that still drink and drive and cause havoc. There's a lot of people that just steal cars. You know, I sit there and I was looking at something in the news. They were talking about the insurance people had come out with a stat that said that in Mississippi, more kids, and we're number one in the nation in this, y'all, in kids having wrecks under 16, at 16, 17. And I'm going, heck, you're not even putting in that crime statistic people that don't have insurance, who have stolen cars of other people. And I mean, that would make us number one. I mean, it would really solid that number of number one if we would add in all the people that just steal cars under the age, you know, that are young. And then when you go back and look at the kid that was murdered this past weekend after the football game, have you really thought about that, y'all? I mean, we have a kid that was killed after a football game, shot. And once again, the age is 16. And everywhere you look, it's the 16 to 15 to 14-year-olds. And you're going, Chip, what do we do about that? I don't know what to do. I mean, if the parents can't control their kids, you got to blame it on the parents. Now, of course, if all the parents were white, they would get accused of it. They would get spoken to. They would be out there. But when it's black on white, when it's black on black crime, people don't care. People don't care enough to go, okay, we're going to get the kid. We're going to put him in jail. We'll put him in reform school. We'll get him out soon. He'll get to go to Piney Woods maybe. And then at Piney Woods, he'll get lucky and somebody will traffic him out to Epstein Island or the new pedophile in the world. Because there's another one. There's another one. Because, and then you look at the person that was running Piney Woods a year ago, COO, and he was murdered in a hotel room, extended stay hotel room in Byram. I'm still trying to understand that. And then, so he's murdered there. And then you've got all this stuff going on with Epstein. And what they say he was murdered, right? And then you got all this stuff going on saying that this stuff was going on at Piney Woods School where they were, since 93, of people that were being taken out of Piney Woods schools, and some of the evidence is, well, Epstein was paying for him to go to Mississippi College, or Epstein was paying for him to go to the Penn State, which we know they've had pedophile problems up there for years. But you start looking at all of this and you're just going, what the hell's going on? And how did we get tied up in something like that? And what level of political corruption is prevalent to make these things happen? Then you look at the situation in Jackson, and I even have a theory that the reason why there was so much controversy when this police chief came in is because that police chief was brought in by the FBI. That's just a theory I have. Did somebody in the federal government bring somebody in to look at the corruption inside Jackson and went just a step further and put somebody in the police department? I mean, you have a person that came out of nowhere. They had to be paid more money than they were being offered. Brought in a assistant to help them. Started out doing press conferences, and as soon as they got a smoking gun, and it happened to be one of their own guns used in a triple murder, then they had to be quiet, which is the thing you should do. Normally, when we hire somebody in Jackson, the first thing they do is no matter what, they compromise the case and they talk about it. It's like even up in Canton, when they found the $2.7 million, there were people talking about it immediately when it was still under investigation and you had preliminary stuff going on. They had it all out in the news. They were trying to put it all out there, which is not the proper way things are done. When something is wrong, you go underground. And that's what happened with the police chief, y'all. And I was one, and I apologize because I was on this show telling you that, look, it's mayor's girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. I was making my little innuendos and comments. And she was out there doing her job. And then all of a sudden, when it was time to do her job, she did exactly what you're supposed to do. Shut up. She was doing press conferences every day, walking in the streets with everybody on all the things. Then she shut up. Then she came out with a big press conference saying, hey, we got some corruption going on here inside the police department. Man, that's pretty good stuff there. We got some corruption going on here inside the police department. Man, that's pretty good stuff there.
Keep it tuned here to 103.9 WYAB.
At
Acme Pizza and Daiquiris is leveling up. A whole new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris is now open at the Reservoir at Beethoven's Boardwalk in Ridgeland, right next door to Cock of the Walk. And the new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris will have all of your old favorites too, like the Acme Dynamite Balls and Garlic Knots, and the best specialty pizzas ever, like the Pig, the Sergeant Pepperoni, the Serpent Turf, and lots more. Come to the all-new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris location on the Res in Ridgeland, next door to Cock of the Walk.
This is Jack Hoffman. For nearly 31 years, Tico's Steakhouse has been a staple of fine dining in Jackson, Mississippi. Dad has long since desired for me to come work alongside him. And now that I'm here, I would like to invite you to come experience our family tradition of our hospitality, sizzling steaks, and healthy poured beverages. Our dining rooms are open and we are taking reservations. Our private rooms are also available along with takeout. Call today or stop in and experience Tico's in the second generation.
Tico's Steakhouse, East County Line Road in Ridgeland, 601-956-1030.
Acme Pizza and Daiquiris is leveling up. A whole new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris is now open at the Reservoir at Beethoven's Boardwalk in Ridgeland, right next door to Cock of the Walk. And the new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris will have all of your old favorites too, like the Acme Dynamite Balls and Garlic Knots, and the best specialty pizzas ever, like the Pig, the Sergeant Pepperoni, the Serpent Turf, and lots more. Come to the all-new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris location on the Res in Ridgeland, next door to Cock of the Walk.
ABC News, I'm Wayne Cabot. The latest battleground in the burgeoning trade war between Canada and the United States, one of the Great Lakes. President Trump just posting that he's considering renaming Lake Ontario Lake America, because in his words, we don't expect to be doing much business with Ontario any longer. Canada today expected to lay out its response to Trump's new tariffs. Wildfires now ripping across several states. Progress on the Hawk Fire around Reno, now 27% contained. ABC's Melissa Adon is there.
There are so many people who have been impacted from this fire and have just been pushed out throughout Reno and displaced from their homes. This is a fire that broke out over the weekend, already burning more than 15,000 acres. It's injured 3 people, 3 firefighters, and firefighters really have a lot of work ahead of them.
Texas, west of Dallas, the Ross Fire now growing to about 50,000 acres. This is AB.
Venable Glass is your local glass expert, offering residential, automotive, and commercial glass. Venable Glass can do it all. Windshield repair, replacement of shower doors, mirrors, and everything in between. What sets Venable Glass apart from the rest? Unmatched reliability and customer service. Don't forget, tell your insurance company that you want to use Venable Glass. And remember, you do have a choice. Let Venable Glass work hard to earn your business. Call Venable's Ridgeland or Brandon locations today for a free estimate or visit venableglass.com.
Looking for adventure, amazing food, and a little relaxation all in one place? You'll find it at Cypress Point Resort in Brandon. Load up the family and experience a real drive-through safari, petting zoo, and thrilling guided Jeep tours. Then slow it down with mouth-watering steaks at the steakhouse or grab drinks and live music at the tavern. Planning a wedding or reunion? Cypress Point Resort has beautiful venues and cozy lodging. Ready for your big day or just a weekend escape? It's everything you love about the outdoors with a touch of luxury. Cypress Point Resort. Wild fun right around the corner.
Hey Flora, the farm store in Flora, fresh from the farm right here. The farm store in Flora, organic, local, clear. Locally sourced meats and vegetables too. Fresh produce every day, picked just for you. The farm store in Flora, fresh from the farm right here. The farm store in Flora, come see what's fresh today.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here is your host, Chip Matthews.
6:36 a.m. Yes, you're stuck in traffic. You're on the way carrying your kids to school. But guess what? Over the next few years, it's going to be much easier for you to get those kids to school. Not because the roads are going to improve, but because the population of those that are school-aged has gone down because people are not having babies anymore. Do you realize that? And I wonder why that is. That can't have anything to do with the Democrats. That can't have anything to do with DEI. That can't have anything to do with people not cohabitating with each other. You know, it can't have anything to do with any of that. It can't be, the purple-haired liberals. I mean, it can't be. I mean, come on, people. So we had a dip in the population. That means there's going to be a dip in the colleges. And the colleges are preparing for it by going up on money. And of course, you know, and this, that, and the other. But I mean, when you look at that, when you think about that, so every year we've been seeing record-breaking numbers of new freshman classes coming in at Ole Miss. And I think even at Mississippi State and at Southern, you got record classes coming in. And that's not really because the kids are any smarter. It's because there's more government money out there getting them into school. There's more probationary stuff occurring to get more kids into school. That's why they give out doctorates at the HBCUs like they're going out of style. Everybody's got a doctorate. You know, you got a doctorate in something, and as long as you can walk up and say that your name is doctor, it's even our police chief in Jackson is a doctor. But don't go for them for any medical care. You know, the doctorate in this and doctorate in that. When you really look at it, they really should have come up with different titles for stuff because, you know, when you want to see a doctor, is there a doctor in the house? You're at a Jackson State event. Everybody's going to stand up, especially if they're elected to public office, because everybody in public office is a doctor. They're going to stand up and say, yeah, I'm a doctor. This person over here is having a heart attack. Oh, I'm not that kind of doctor. And then everybody in the room is going to sit down. Now, if you have a problem with the poem, they may jump up and be able to help you. You may have a doctorate in basket weaving from Jackson State. You know, and they'll jump up and help you. You know, I love. I don't get it. But anyway, 6:39 a.m. as we look at what's going on. But I mean, as the kids, as adults, as parents, I mean, I don't know what to think. I mean, you look out there across the land and you just don't see the mingling, the normalcy in the world. There used to be. Now I've noticed online that rock and roll is making a comeback. You have bands like Gunshine and the Feel Good. Is it Feel Good? I've been reposting some of them, and I'm trying my best to get some of these bands booked in Jackson. And there's 2 or 3 bands out there that you would think they walked out of 1960. Yes, sir. And they sound great. They sound like musicians. They sound like real people. You know, we got away from musicians. That's sort of like on the baby boom. There is no baby boom. We're going the wrong way with babies. So everybody's been artificially stimulating their needs, and that's got to stop. That's got to stop. You got to start having some babies again. We got to start creating. We got to start doing something that normal biological things that occur. You know, never mind science is keeping up to keep people alive forever. And it looks like my generation, the 65 and old, we're going to have to go out and populate the world again. And then, of course, everybody will be mad. But that's that. You know, that's what's going to happen. And I mean, and look, not to mention some liberals that have been doing that. But old Robert De Niro, you know, he's got baby kids, and he's older than me. He's like 75, maybe 80. And then you got people like Mick Jagger. He's still having kids. So you're depending on the people that should be way past their prime, putting people out there. And then, of course, when you're 65 and you're having a child with a 30-year-old, and you're going, that ain't gonna happen. Yeah, but when you do that, when the 65-year-old dies, the kid is going to get all those years on Social Security and just drain the system. Let's go to the phone and see how much trouble I'm in. 641, you're on the air. Hello. Hello.
Wow, Chip, why you hating on Jackson State early this morning?
Well, because it's there.
Do you know there's a ton of white folks from Rankin County go to Jackson State? So
I don't. It doesn't have anything with white or black.
Kids.
This doesn't have nothing to do with white or black. See,
I'm just
that's
saying,
it. I don't look at.
Tell your listening audience there too. That it's a ton of white kids from Rankin County go to Jackson State.
Yes, they are. There's a ton of kids that go to Jackson State from Chicago.
With mud on the side of their trucks and vehicles.
Oh, yeah, because it's free.
Look how a lot of white people don't clean their vehicles on the outside.
Oh, well, hey.
It's a lot of Rankin County tags on Jackson State campus right now.
Hey,
mud all over.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry that white folks don't clean their cars. I'm one of them.
But white people.
I mean, my car's dirty out there.
Rankin County. I was just wondering, did you know that the Rankin County students are at Jackson State right now?
And that's
wondering, did you know that?
Well, that's what I've been talking about. People going and getting an education. I mean, never mind that there's no job.
And also graduating as well.
Yeah, but where are you getting a job?
State graduation.
And you're going to get a job.
White kids.
Where are you going to get a job?
You see a lot of white kids graduate on Jackson State as well.
This isn't about race. It's not about race.
Graduation, attend the Jackson State graduation so you see your people graduating from a great university.
No, it's not a great university. Oh, no. And we won't go there. We won't go there.
Obviously, it is a great university.
Did you graduate from there?
Obviously. Of course I did. That's why I call in.
Well, that's just because
obviously it's a great university.
So when did you graduate? What year?
White students from Rankin County over there graduating and attending class and having a great time and learning.
Well, see, I'm a white guy that never got to go to college. I didn't get to go because the government wouldn't. The government wouldn't give me money.
That's a personal problem you have, Chip.
I got caught in the segregation bubble of where you don't pay. You know, if you don't play, you had to work. So I went to work. But I went to work running my mouth.
You need to go to college. You got white privilege. So you don't need to go to college.
That's right. I got white privilege. I got white privilege.
Of course you got white privilege. You from Mississippi, you white.
Oh, yeah. I'm Mississippi. I'm white.
Like I said,
and I'm giving.
There's a lot of white students on Jackson State campus right now.
So DEI is why I'm letting you talk on the air now.
Like I said,
because I got white privilege, I can just hang up on you.
White students,
but I like
Jackson
you.
State with Rankin County tags.
Yeah.
Let your listener honestly know that.
And you know why they have Rankin County tags?
I'm just letting you know they're from Rankin County.
Because they're cheaper.
I'm just letting you know they're from Rankin County. Though.
You can tell when they're from Hines County and they're Jackson State because they have a tag from Texas.
White students attend Jackson State also, sir.
Yeah, I didn't say they didn't. And all I said was...
You're listening. I need to know that as well. That white students, 18, 19-year-olds, are going to Jackson State also, as well as other nationalities.
Oh, yeah. I know that.
Jackson State is diverse. It's a diverse university, just like all the rest of the universities in America.
And you have to get on campus to see that, because if you come off campus, you could get shot and killed.
Oh, that's not true, sir.
Not true.
No, that's not true. Jackson State is a great university. It's safe as well.
No, on campus.
It's a safe school.
On campus.
Nothing is going wrong at Jackson State. It's a learning school.
Hey,
it's making progress.
While I got you on there, let me ask you this. What do you think about the skating rink that the city of Jackson approved and then now they don't want to let open?
I don't know anything about a skating rink, sir.
You don't know about that? I'm
talking about I'm talking about Jackson State right now.
I know, but I just want I want you to look up that.
Are you going to Nashville to the game? You going to the Classic in Nashville?
No.
Saturday?
Why would I?
You going to watch it on TV?
It's not this Saturday. You got the wrong Saturday.
Yeah, next Saturday? Whatever.
It's the following Saturday. I know. I'm ready. I'm so ready for football to start.
It is this Saturday.
No, it's not.
Going to the game
it's not this Saturday.
They're playing at Vanderbilt. They're playing at Vanderbilt on the 28th, sir.
No, who? Ole Miss? We're playing.
No, Jackson State and Tennessee State is playing in Vanderbilt Stadium on the 28th Saturday.
That's a white stadium. They can't play there.
Yeah, they are playing there though.
No, you can't play in a white stadium. That's not allowed.
Tennessee State and Vanderbilt has a agreement for the game to be held there in Vanderbilt Stadium.
So why does Jackson State why don't they have that big HBCU game in Jackson and sell out that stadium to start the year?
I'm not sure. I can't answer that, sir.
Because we have ignorant people that have degrees at Jackson State that don't understand that the money needs to stay at home. But meanwhile,
what
they
about
go.
The IHL? What about the IHL board or whatever?
Hey, IHL doesn't run the sports program.
I'm just saying, how you feel about the IHL?
I think they're ignorant.
Okay, we can agree on this. The IHL, Mississippi IHL board, they have a few issues.
Yes, they do. I mean, to me, I would think the universities should be the ones that decide who's going to run their place. If you're Ole Miss, you pick Ole Miss people. If you're State, you pick State people. That's what you should do. If you're Jackson State, you pick Jackson State people, right?
Right, but are you going to the game in Nashville? Saturday?
No, I'm not going to no game in Nashville.
Are you going to watch it on ESPN Plus?
Is it on ESPN Plus?
Yeah.
Why ain't it on regular ESPN? It's not that important.
I have no idea. I'm not in control of it, but I'll watch the game on ESPN
I'll watch
Plus.
it. I'll watch it.
All right.
Is Dion going to be there?
Be a great game.
Is Dion going to be there? Dion.
I think Dion's still in Boulder.
Oh, okay.
I think he's still in Colorado.
Okay. Y'all got any players coming back from? Now, tell me this: are there any more? Are they putting any money out to get some of the pro players back to the school?
I'm not sure. I can't speak on that. But
Did you hear about that?
At 7:30.
Did you hear about
that? No,
that?
I did not. Just check the game out at 7:30. Chip, you have a great day.
Okay, thank you. Thomas kills me. He just, But anyway, he's a good guy. We'll be back with more right here on the Chip Matthews Show, 6:48 a.m. Good morning to you. He's a good guy. We'll be back with more right here on the Chip Matthews Show, 6:48
1039 WYAB.
In the heart of rural America, we know the value of an honest day's work. While the big corporate brands focus on their stock prices, Outlaw Light is focused on you. We're an independent American brand built on resilience. We don't preach or teach, we just brew. That means a high-quality, 105-calorie light beer at a price that respects your hard-earned dollar. For the patriots, the dreamers, and the doers, America deserves a new light beer. Grab an Outlaw. It's darn good beer.
Have you been injured through no fault of your own? Do you know your rights? Don Evans does. Do you really believe that the insurance company would disclose all information to you? Don Evans will make sure that you are fully informed. It costs nothing to discuss your case. Don Evans will make you and your family whole again. Don Evans won't ever charge unless he collects for you. Call Don for a free, no-obligation consultation at 601-969-2006.
Looking to make technology work for your business instead of the other way around? Visit brentech.ms today. From reliable network infrastructure and wireless internet to cloud or on-premise backups, Brentech has solutions that keep your business connected, secure, and running smoothly. Don't let tech headaches slow you down. Discover how Brentech can simplify and elevate your business at brentech.ms. That's brentech.ms. Brentech, technology made easy.
Remember when Saturday meant tackling 3 projects before lunch? Now you need a nap after buying the lumber. It doesn't happen all at once. Energy slips away a little at a time. Focus does too. The team at Live Better Men's Health and Wellness helps men get answers to low testosterone, fatigue, weight gain, and more. Because getting older is mandatory. Feeling old is optional. Learn more at livebettermen.com. That's livebettermen.com.
Hi, this is Rita Jensen with Remax Connection, and I want to tell you, I've lived in Florida for over 50 years. I'm a graduate of Tri-County Academy, went there the first day the doors opened. If you're thinking about putting your children into Tri-County Academy and need a place to live, then give me a call. Without a doubt, the Florida expert when it comes to real estate. So if you need a place to live, give me a call. Rita Jensen, Remax Connection. 601-720-4037 or go to my website, ritajensen.net.
Hello, I'm Gary Jolly from the Tractor Store. LS Tractor understands your passion for the land, and just like you, LS Tractor is committed to excellence and superior products. LS Tractor comes with a long list of standard features that are unmatched by other brands and backed with the LS commitment to provide exceptional customer service and satisfaction. You get a lot more for your money with the LS Tractor. Come to the Tractor Store in Richland to experience the LS difference. The Tractor Store in Richland.
When it comes to protecting all the things that matter in your world, generations of folks in central Mississippi have trusted Allstate agent Mark Dwyron. Mark knows the right coverage with the right price, helps you feel secure and protected. For decades, Mark's been a trusted agent protecting you against mayhem that is unpredictable, and he's always just a moment away when you need him. Mark Dwyron. For auto, home, life, and more, you're in good hands with Allstate. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
Hi, Kim Wade here. Hot weather requires us to run the AC nonstop. Pure Air Consultants can inspect your unit today to ensure your AC is operating at peak performance. Pure Air Consultants is your go-to Rheem partner that can get the job done and have you resting in comfort in no time. Locally owned and operated, they have proudly served our community for over 22 years. Contact Pure Air Consultants today at mypureairconsultants.com. Rheem and Pure Air Consultants to the rescue.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here is your host, Chip Matthews.
6:52 a.m. on a White Privilege Tuesday. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Thomas, for reminding me that I have white privilege. And then, of course, Tavarius called right behind that and said, hey, my brother talked too long. I can't get on the air. Yep, that's the way it works. I don't have time for you being white privilege. But anyway, good morning to all of you all across the wonderful world of radio. 6:53 a.m. as you're listening to the morning show here on WYAB. Coming in at 7:07, the one, the only, Clay Edwards, and it may be 7:08. He said he's coming in hot this morning. He overslept. And look, to be perfectly honest, I was taking a nap before we went on the air, and then all of a sudden I noticed that at the beginning of the show that the music had stopped. And I was going, oh, that's me. I'm supposed to be on the air. It happens. It happens. And remember, 10 o'clock this Wednesday, I'll be filling in a special edition of the Chip Matthews Show on Andrew Gassler's show, which Andrew has all the inside information that you need on all of this. He is well-rounded in politics and in the means of the military. I mean, he flew big jets, y'all. He flew like F-18s. I guess that's what you do, or crop dusters or whatever. No, he flew the big jets. He flew the fast ones. You know, he's a real aviator, I guess you would say. So when y'all come in and listen to him, you respect him. He is the man. He's the one that knows. He's the one that's been out there. And he was a former commissioner up in the state of in Michigan. So he's also a Yankee. He lives, but now he's a goat farmer in Raymond. Yep. There you go. It's called moving up in the world by becoming a goat farmer in Raymond. It's coming to Mississippi and being a farmer has to be the most challenging thing in the world, especially when you're going to argue and you've got people that are supposed to be arguing on your behalf in Washington and they ain't getting you any money. You know, nothing against, I mean, Cindy Hyde-Smith was the ag commissioner and she goes to Washington. We didn't start growing everything again in Mississippi again. There's still no cotton growing and falling out everywhere like it used to. I mean, poor guy Mike Lindell, he has to go to Giza to get cotton. And you could have gone to Benoit and had cotton. That used to be where cotton was grown, right there, y'all. It used to be grown in Canton. You know, the Delta begins at the foothills of that hill in Yazoo City, right? And ends in the lobby of the Peabody Hotel in Memphis. That's the Delta, as I recall. And that's supposed to be nothing but the best land in the world to grow something on. And we'll ride through there and there won't be anything growing. Some days, because of the pump situation for years, all it was muddy and water. Then we tried to grow casinos up there. That didn't work. Casinos don't grow in the Delta. No, they don't grow in the Delta. What was wrong with the Delta? Poverty was what was wrong in the you put all the casinos in Sugar Ditch. And there wasn't no sugar in Sugar Ditch. Only welfare. But Benny, he probably loaded the pockets up during that time. I mean, he's been in office for 30 years. And for 30 years, I've watched the decline of what farmers get to do here in Mississippi. And all across the United States. I mean, no one has done anything to help the farmer I mean, do y'all remember when Farm Aid and all that, and you were having the other things were having to go on to help the farmer? We live in a country that we should have food security in from coast to coast, period. And y'all talk about all these people that need to come in and pick stuff. Y'all, what we got to pick? We ain't got nothing to pick. You know, we can't go, other than your home gardens. That's it. Now, there was some corn to pick, and everybody went up there and picked their own corn at the different farms around here and got some good corn. We all like it fresh. Clay made it to work. But we don't pick stuff anymore. I mean, all we do is bring illegals in to run Mexican restaurants, and we got a lot of them. So I guess we need those workers. When you look at it, it just makes no sense. It makes no sense that, I mean, I can remember when you would go to, in the first of the football season, and you'd go to Oxford and you'd be riding up the interstate and it was nothing but cotton all the way. Now I know it, speaking of cotton, is white privilege and racist, because you're not supposed to believe in cotton. You're not supposed to say that we had things that were great, but we were king of cotton. Cotton came from Mississippi, was great. Giza sheets. You could have had Mississippi sheets, but you could have some Benoit sheets with some Sharia law. Then you'll all be happy, right? You can make your burqas. Is that what they call them? Burqas, the thing to wrap your head. That's why she moved to Benoit to be the judge, right? She didn't move to Benoit. She's just going to travel up there. But they don't grow cotton up there on Delta Pine land anymore. No, like soybeans. You can make everything with soybeans. And then did you see the cookies being made on TV out of plastic? Chocolate chip cookies made with plastic as part of a way to recycle plastic. Y'all, you're going, now Chip has gone off the deep end. He's gone completely crazy. The boy's completely ignorant. He's got the most ignorant show on the radio. He's talking about chocolate chip cookies made with plastic. Look, I will never eat a chocolate chip cookie made with plastic. Write that down. And I eat some chocolate chip cookies. And I have some chocolate milk, quick. And I'm only addicted to that because my good friend Lee Riddell, the Panther, yes, he got me addicted to quick at an early age. I'll be back with more tomorrow. Clay Edwards is next, right here on WYAB.